It's official, I did it. After a lot of hunting, I managed to hunt down and find the watch that I have been lusting for. My Grail watch, if you will. Let me show you what I got. I already know what you're thinking.
What?
Why the heck is that his Grail watch? This is my Grail watch because this was my first watch. That's right. That's me. I was so chuffed to bits getting this thing, I think for my 5th birthday or maybe Christmas, I don't know what, that I made my parents let me wear this when I went and took my kinder photos, and I went like this with it. Because I was that proud of this little watch when I was 5 years old. And that picture is still hung in my parents' hallway to this day, a lot of years later. Now, if you enjoyed this not so snooty kind of watch content, people that just have fun with watches, build them, fix them, collect them, this channel might be the right place for you. So you might want to consider hitting that subscribe button. It really would help the channel grow, help us out, and I would also really appreciate it. Now, really quick, wrist check. I got this thing on my wrist. Speaking of fun watches, this is a 100% glow-in-the-dark 3D printed watch, and I'm gonna have a video on how we made this coming up real soon. But let's get back into what the heck this thing is, and then we're going to clean it up. So first, what the heck is this thing? This is the Timex Teach Me Time, and the idea with this one was anybody can read a digital watch. 212 is what this thing's reading right now, but not everybody, especially when they're 5, could read an analog watch. And frankly, I don't know how many people can read analog watches anymore. I guess that's just me being old. But so this idea was that you could get your little kid a watch like this, and it would have a analog readout and a digital readout. So they could look at the two, correlate, and kind of understand what the analog readout meant. On the back of it, the sticker's missing on this one, but on the back of it, it's actually a little sticker where you can put your kid's information. So when you lost your kid, they could figure out where to return you to. Now, the one thing when I got the sucker off eBay was the strap. You notice that's about as big as it goes, and my wrist, a little bigger. So the strap is shot anyway, so we're going to be upgrading the strap. This thing's actually in a lot better shape than I thought it would be, and it's functioning. I'm assuming they must have put a new battery in it at some point. I'm not going to crack it open again because it is working, but what we are going to do is clean up the face with some polywatch, put a new strap on it, and then I am going to wear this thing with a lot of pride. So now we're going to jump over to the bench, polish this sucker up, get a little scratches out of the crystal here, put a new strap on it. I have a blue one that should match pretty well, and then I can have an awesome watch I can wear to work and everybody can go, huh? So we're going to start this little mini restoration here by removing the strap. And this strap is on its last leg, so we're just going to be replacing it completely. A little Velcro strap here. And we're left with the watch head right here. Now it's hard to see on camera, I'm trying to catch a little bit here in the light, but the entire face of this watch is just scuffed up. And I'm going to use kind of my favorite poly watch here. If you don't have this stuff, this is a lifesaver if you've got acrylic watch crystals. But we're going to start by coming in here with a little bit of sandpaper and sanding this down. And I love these little sanding sticks. I'll have a link for these below as well as the poly watch if you're interested in it. But I usually start at about 1,000 for very light scratches like this and work my way up. And I'm just going to go in there and start taking off some material. Oftentimes when you start doing this, that's when you start seeing scratches, because any of the material you're taking off tends to build up in the scratches. You can see them a little bit better. So I can see now that I've got some larger scratches kind of right there. So I'm going to sand until I can no longer see those scratches. And this is a very, very light sandpaper, almost like a polishing cloth. And we're not just going to use this grit. We're going to start here and then work our way slowly up to a very, very fine grit. And usually what I like to do when I start is I'll start going in a pattern like this, and then I'll work my way away from a straight pattern into a round pattern. So now I'm reasonably sure I've gotten all those scratches out. Wipe this away and look at it, and yeah, it looks like I've got them all out. So now we're going to move up to a finer grit, and we're just going to keep working to a finer grit. Every time you move to a finer grit, it's going to remove a little bit more material, but it's also going to remove these scratches, the larger scratches and swirl marks from these coarser grit. With sandpaper, it actually goes in the opposite direction. So we're going from 800 to 1,000 and kind of working our way up from there. And the finer you can go, the less work the poly watch has to do. And you notice every time I move up and work on it a little bit, the face of this thing gets a little bit clearer. Now we're moving up to 2,400. then up to 3,200. And we'll just keep going up from there. We don't have to go too much higher than 3,200 though. I've noticed that's pretty much where I can jump off and start using the poly watch. So now I'm going to clean this off, and because I'm not sure of the water resistance of this thing at this point, I'm going to be very careful in cleaning it off, so as not to actually get any liquid into the watch itself. We've got all that grit cleared off. Want to make sure the face is nice and dry, and then we're going to apply a little blob of poly watch. Now all poly watch is a very fine polish, and I have used, before I got this stuff, I actually used to use toothpaste, and toothpaste works pretty well. I've noticed poly watch seems to work a little bit better, but if you don't have poly watch, grab a tube of toothpaste and give it a try, and then I just work it around with my finger. Then we're going to go back in here with a damp cloth, wipe the poly watch off, and we've got a beautifully restored watch from my childhood. Last thing to do is we've got to get a new watch strap on it. Because I got a bigger wrist than what this thing originally came with, I found a blue NATO strap, which will fit, hopefully. We'll see if I can get the strap to fit through the actual lugs, if that's what you want to call them. And it's fitting, it's just very tight. And there we go, little piece of my childhood restored. Now, over the years, I have bought a lot of watches on eBay, and usually I try to open them up on camera. This thing showed up, I was so excited to get this thing that I didn't open it up on camera. I ripped it open as soon as I got it home, and I don't know what it is about this watch. Maybe it was my first watch, but a little bit of my childhood, but I was so excited to get this thing back. And now I'm wearing a little bit of my childhood again, just like that first picture. The only thing I'm missing is that other bracelet you see on my other wrist. And if you remember those things, what those things were was, if our parents happened to lose us, it was a dog tag. It was a return to sender label. It literally had your phone number and your address on it. Remember these commercials?
It's 10 p.m. Do you know where your children are?
Yeah, that was really a thing back then. But anyway, if you like these kind of videos, like I said before, hit that subscribe button. We've always got cool stuff like this. I have a video coming up real soon, 3D printed another all glow-in-the-dark, all lume watch with an NH35 movement inside if you want to check that out. But leave me a comment down below. Let me know what your first watch was, if you still have it, or if you're trying to hunt it down like I did. Give this video a great big thumbs up, and of course, thanks for watching.